Yo, what's up everyone? I have a really cool duel to show you all. It's versus a Lightsworn player and a Gladiator Beast player. They're both sort of, well, I guess the Lightsworn deck is kind of standard now. It's running all of the black dragons and stuff. So he played Solar Recharge, milled with Jane, did some other stuff, and that card there, Malicious Mail, I think. Um, Basically, it lets Infected Mail. My bad. Basically, what it does is lets level 4 lower monsters attack directly. Now, I know this combo isn't exactly new, but I still never really saw people use it, and it just puts in. It uses it pretty much every turn of the duel. It's really good, and he uses Dimensional Fissure really early. It would have been even worse for a Lightsworn player here if he went second. So Dimensional Fissure is going to make all his monsters just get the fuck out. So that just hurts the Lightsworn player. And he's got 2 back row. And you see that he goes for Laquari, which goes to 2100 attack. Jane, when he or she attacks, goes to 2100 attack as well. So that made me think that he either has a Wabuku or wow, I realised that this effect doesn't even activate, so the War Chariot doesn't help. But yeah, he goes on with a tour guide to tour guide play. So we're going to see that. I have a live narration for this. If you want to see that, then I can upload that later, maybe. You see that he banishes a card. He's thinking about his moves. That Dimensional Fissure definitely is going to put in work. So you can see the I was just there just at that moment saying that I used both the Penguin avatar and the Astro avatar. I like them both. So he goes into this Xyz monster. It's gonna it's gonna put in so much work. You don't even know. You don't know. You just watch the engineer. Wait for him. Okay. So Engineer has the effect where it can protect a monster by putting it from attack position to defense position. It's insane, but I think it helps that the Gladiator Beast the player, wasn't really into attacking monsters, you know. And I was surprised to see White Burster, because I guess that's not exactly standard, because I know the Black Dragon is sort of becoming standard in the Dragon Ruler Lightsworns kind of thing, since you're going to have light monsters in your graveyard, but you don't run as many dark monsters. So to see White Burster come out is this surprising. So he's going to poke directly with Engineer and the White Burster after Jane suicides into the Laquari. You see what Gladiator Beasts do best. If they can get a direct attack in after they top deck a card, then they can usually do something with that. So the Darius is going to be able to poke in for a direct attack thanks to Corrupted Mail. Why can't I remember the name of that card? Infected Mail, that's it. Okay, so Darius is going to tag out. I believe he goes for Hoplomos here. Yep, Hoplomos. I know I say it a lot in this video. Wow, I can't see the future, but I bet I will. But Hoplomos puts in so much work as well. You don't know. You don't know. Come on. So he passes back to the red player after placing a 2400 defense monster, which doesn't seem like much, but it does actually store so much. You don't. I'm saying that as well. You don't know. Yeah. So the 2400 defense, it's just good at stalling, especially when he has no graveyard control at the moment. So I was surprised at this as well. He's gonna direct attack with the Hoplomos, so he can tag out. And I believe this is where I got the crazy moment. Yeah, he brings out Spartacus, a card which no one uses, and has the power when it's tagged in to add a equip spell, I believe. Gladiator Beast equip spell. So it's one of the only Gladiator beasts to actually give you a +1 when it comes in, kind of thing. But it's just level 5, and it can only be tagged in by Hoplomos, so it's just kind of icky, you know? So he plays solo recharge, doesn't care about the dimensional fissure. He just really needs to draw at that point, I guess. And yeah, we'll see what he goes into. And the Archfiend shield keeps Spartacus from being destroyed in battle, so that's pretty good. He uses reinforcement of the army to add a Gareth. I was wondering what he could add at this point, because Raiden would usually be your go-to guy at this, but since Dimensional Fissure's out, it's not going to be as useful. And here's the one sort of misplay I caught. One sort of only major. It wasn't that major, but I don't know. I guess you can say this is a misplay. So he summons Exciton Knight, and then his opponent uses Macrocosmos. He could have just changed Exciton's effect to Macrocosmos, meaning his Wyvern would have went to the graveyard if he really wanted it to, you know? So there's just that, and he would have got his JD, maybe. But you know, it all works out fine. So Exciton Knight gets charioted to the face. That macro on top of the dimensional fissure, it doesn't look good, especially with an invincible monster at this point. It's gonna be pretty tough to get around this all. So after he gets his Exciton Knight blown up and he gets no Wyvern effect, he's just gonna pass back. His Engineer is gonna come into play as the Gladiator beast makes his move. He draws into his Murmillo, although that was the, yeah, I was thinking there's no way this guy could be playing more than one Murmillo. Is there? Is there? Could be. So he's gonna attack directly with Murmillo thanks to Infected Mail, and he's gonna save the Engineer with Spartacus' attack. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. He's gonna save it from Spartacus' attack. An Archfiend shield would usually go back to the hand, but thanks to Macrocosmos, that's not the case this time. So he tags out both of his monsters, and I believe he brings out Laquari and Hoplomos in attack mode and defense mode respectively. I guess he's just going for the biggest beater and the biggest defender he could at this point. Although the thing is, Spartacus had 2400 attack and couldn't be destroyed in battle, so I'd probably say that would be a misplay, since he's not actually doing anything with these monsters. It seemed like he just tagged it out just because he could, and he wasted his shield because of that. So player in the red, Mr. Lightsworn, he's gonna change his Engineer to attack mode so that he can use his effect next turn. And I don't remember if he does anything. Oh, here we go. He banishes 2 dragons from his hand to bring out Tidal, because this is Dragon Ruler Lightsworns, don't forget. And he summons Gareth, which is interesting, because what I think happened was he forgot that Laquari was 2100. That's my guess anyway. Because there's no real reason to summon Gareth, but you know, we'll see. Maybe it was just to put a level 4 monster on the field for later. So Laquari dies, Hoplomos stays around. It's smarter to get rid of Laquari since the opponent will take damage, and the next turn he won't take 2100 damage from Infected Mail. So Hoplomos will be able to attack directly, and he's gonna tag it out. I don't quite. Oh yeah. Augusto, the new guy on the block, and he's gonna summon another Augusto from his hand. Pretty awesome play. The Augusto which he summoned could have summoned another from his hand if he had anything, or if he wanted to. And of course he's gonna go for Foulground. Foulground being a beast. Foulground can negate effects and protect himself. It's really good. So this Lightsworn player is playing plenty of attack cards, and I believe this is a turn where he summons the sort of very, very cool card. Yep, Phantom of Chaos. So this is very, very nice. What he does is he banishes Lumina, and it's very good, because if he banishes Judgment, if he accidentally mills a Judgment Dragon, then he can still use Judgment Dragon's effect. It's very cool idea. So he's going to banish Lumina, copy his effect. He pitches a card from his hand. That's his third Judgment Dragon, which he's got rid of now. And he's going to attempt to bring back Raiden. But he's like, meh, I'll negate that with Foulground. And he's fine with that, because I knew he was going to bring out 101 here, because there's no reason why you wouldn't want to. And yeah. 101. That's a good way to bait out Foulground's effect. Foulground's kind of nasty in the way that you have to just bait him out. Anything that you have to bait out before you can actually destroy is kind of tough to deal with. So 101 and Engineer, almost getting down to 100 life points. I mean down to 0, I mean. So he's gonna tag out his, well, I've forgotten what that one's called, but it's the guy who banishes. And he's gonna summon Hoplomus to the field. Yeah. And I believe he just ends his turn, since he can't go over 2400 defense. Now here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, or just gentlemen. Oh yeah. I remember. This duel is so intense that I got slight memory loss from it. It's really cool. So yeah, you'll love the ending. You'll love it. You'll love it so much that you'll want to give it Valentine's cards and everything. So he's going to use Mayo's effect, poke directly again, tag it out, and we'll see. Oh yeah, how many Murmillos is this guy playing? So he swings out Bestiary. I think that might have been a misplay as well, just because he swings out at the first chance. Although it is not likely to be anything bad, like a Bottomless. So he has another Murmillo, bounces him back so that he can bring out Geyserus. 101 and Engineer can protect themselves, so that's good. Now here is just the epic. Nah, joking. It's not that many epics, but look at this. I was saying that he just needs something with 2500 attack or more, and he's won the game. And he tribute summons Tidal, and that's just, oh yeah, that's it, come on. Round of applause for that. Yeah! Tribute summon Tidal. Anyway, I'm out of here, thanks for watching. Peace!
I've been on YouTube since '09. So to give it up so easily would be a crime. So I'll take it back now. Thanks for your time.